Hey, what's up, guys? This is my new channel. I thought about starting a podcast for a long time. Should have probably started it at the beginning of the pandemic, but figured why not now? I'm in the middle of moving, so got some time to kill. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do everything, but probably talk about sports, games, books, TV, whatever's going on right now. This probably be a shorter video. The way it's just going to go is I'll probably just be adapting for the first little while, figuring out what I want to do, how it goes, if I even get anyone to watch. If I get people to watch, like right now, I'm doing this on a webcam on my laptop. If people watch, I'll definitely go get a better video, better camera or something. Um, I don't really know how to edit or anything, so might be a little rough at first, but yeah. So this is my podcast. Just be talking. It'll be just be me right now, and then if I can get some friends to come on, I'll do that. But this, I guess, to start out, probably talk about sports since that's what I've been paying attention to is the NFL a lot lately. So yeah, I guess it's a little late, but I'll talk about the games last weekend. So the Bengals Titans. I had picked the Bengals to win, got lucky, they won. I just didn't think the Titans would be able to pull it off. I don't know. Ryan Tannehill can do it. Loved Derrick Henry, but for some reason, I just had a feeling they weren't going to do it. Joe Burrow seems just like that guy. Um, they seem good. The Bengals are young. They seem good. I don't know. I don't know how they do it. I'm a big Eagles fan. Wish we could have a guy like Joe Burrow, but hey, maybe Jalen Hurts will do that. Niners Packers. I had picked the Niners. No, I picked the Packers. I got lucky. I missed it. My bad. Packers in the end screwed me. I fell asleep with like I want to say like just at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Woke up, my girl told me the Niners won, and I just no way. Somehow they pulled it off. I missed the most exciting part of that game. Uh, I thought I thought the Packers were going to. I thought they were going to win it all this year. It just seemed like somehow Aaron Rodgers was just going to do it. It seemed like his year. Um, Too bad for the Packers. The Niners just seem. I don't get it. I don't. I'm not a Jimmy G guy, but he wins somehow. Stays injured, stays winning somehow. Uh, got a few buddies who are Niners fans and get into arguments, talk crap with them, but we'll see. He's hurt. We'll see. I picked the Rams to win, and I got scared in that game. The Rams, man, that team is so talented. Probably the best roster in the NFL, but they just, I don't know. Matthew Stafford scares me. He, something about him, he seems like he just turn that ball over when it gets tight. And then it was tough to go against Tom Brady anytime. Tom Brady's always in a game. And they were kicking the Buccaneers' ass at first, and I was just laughing because I was surprised. And then slowly Tom Brady came back. Rams were letting him in, kept turning the ball over. 4 fumbles, I think. Um, Somehow they won. They making it. Matthew Stafford's doing it. And then the game of the weekend, Bills versus Chiefs. That was probably, I don't know if that was the best game I ever saw, but it's either that probably or when the Rams played the Chiefs a couple years ago and it was like 50 something to 50. I mean, both those games. Couldn't believe it. I mean, I like Josh Allen a lot. Uh, that one scared me a lot. I mean, Mahomes, Andy Reid. Andy Reid's probably my favorite all-time coach. He coached the Eagles for, I think, like 14 years or close to it. Mahomes just seems like he's the best guy in the league right now. Just seems like he somehow does it. Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce. Everybody knows how good they are. But the Bills, I mean, the game was kind of just back and forth at first and then keeping it close. And then that last 2 minutes, Josh Allen was making plays. If nobody thought Josh Allen was that guy, he's that guy. He he showed it. And there was one drive, I think it was like their third to the last drive for the Bills. I think they had two or three fourth downs, and he was just running it like a fullback, like plowing into guys, making plays, doing it all. He was just locked in. Then right to follow it, Patrick Mahomes comes along. also locked in. I mean, I think it was what they said, 25 points in the last 2 minutes of the game. Both teams just, every time I thought, oh, it's done, or they're going to win. And I know Josh Allen was just throwing dimes. Gabriel Davis was just getting open. I think he said four touchdown catches in a game. That's the record. Felt bad for Josh Allen. I like Mahomes. I picked him. I picked them to play the Packers. That would have been a hell of a Super Bowl to watch. But I felt bad for Josh Allen. I like him. He's going to be back. It seems like to me, maybe Joe Burrow's a guy. Justin Herbert, he's awesome. Seems like it might be Bills Chiefs for a little while. They're saying, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, the new this generation. Somehow, Chiefs pulled it. I remember when it was 13 seconds left. I told my girl, I was just like, nah, I don't know. I think it's done. It's not totally, but I thought I just don't see it. Come down, tie it, and then as soon as the Chiefs won the coin toss, I said, yeah, it's done. I just looked at it. I mean, it's done. Nobody's defense was stopped. Whoever won that coin toss was winning the game. Nobody's defense was stopping them at that point. I hate the NFL overtime rules. Should change to something. Maybe at least each team gets a chance. But I think with the way those offenses were playing at the defense, they probably could have played all night if each team just keeps getting a chance. Because no defenses are stopping anybody. And then I guess to go to the next games for this weekend, I'm very excited. I'm going to have to probably go over to a buddy's house because I'm moving. Ain't going to have TV until freaking Tuesday. So that's going to suck. But Bengals Chiefs, that's the first game at 3 o'clock on the East Coast time. Somehow they're favored by 7. I don't know how. I think people just love the Chiefs, but I'm going to go with the Chiefs to win it. But man, I mean, the Chiefs just, the way that team seems like is they get caught sleeping at the wheel, and then with their offense, they can just turn it on and score in 13 seconds when they need to. And it seems like that's how it always ends up going. The Bengals, they're playing with house money to me now. I mean, Joe Burrow's showing he's that guy. Jamar Chase is that guy. That team's just good. It's young. Their O-line sucks. I mean, Joe Burrow somehow won that game. And probably if they were playing anyone else, Chiefs or Bills or anyone, they're getting smashed, letting your QB get sacked 9 times. So I have a feeling what'll happen is the Bengals might come out and score, maybe could even go up 2 touchdowns to 0, and then I just get the feeling the Chiefs are just going to come on strong. Bengals probably will keep it close, so I think they cover the spread, so the Chiefs will win, but they won't win by over 7. So now Niners-Rams, I got to go with the Rams. Even though the Niners are, I mean, they just seem like that team. I don't know, every year it kind of seems like there's a team who could make it, Cinderella team, something nobody thought would make it. I mean, they're a good team. That team's stacked. That defense, Nick Bosa is just a machine. Somehow him and his brother, there's so much talent. But I don't know, just with Jimmy G, I feel like he'll turn that ball over, He'll turn it over, but he's, like I was just saying earlier, he's a winner. So I'm going to go with the Rams to win it. I think their roster is it's too good. I don't know if the Niners can keep up with that scoring. I love the Niners, though. I mean, that Deebo Samuel, he's awesome. I like their running back. I had him in the fantasy football league I played in. Knowing the Rams, I would not be surprised to see the Rams jump way ahead, just like against the Bucs, and then watch Matthew Stafford probably turn it over. Somebody will turn it over on that Rams team, it seems like. And the Niners will make it close, a little too close for comfort. But then the Rams, they're gonna win. They're favored by 3.5 right now. Rams are gonna cover that. They'll probably, I'll give it a score prediction for both games, I guess. Bengals Chiefs, I'm going to go 33-30, Chiefs winning. And then Rams Niners. That's a tough one, honestly. I'm gonna go Rams 27, Niners 20. I'll go with that. Um, and then I guess I'll preview Super Bowl once those games come out. I guess going on to basketball, see if I can pull up these All-Star teams. Uh, LeBron's my favorite player. I'm not a Lakers fan, but to me, he's the best ever. My favorite player. I'm a big Trailblazers fan, if you can see from the hat. Damian Lillard, one of my also favorite players. So they came out with at least the starting team. So the East starting team is Joel Embiid, Kevin Durant, Giannis, Trae Young, and DeMar DeRozan. So we were talking about this at work. It's a nice team. I like Joel Embiid. The only thing that sucks is he gets hurt a lot. Can't play back to backs all the time. Everyone knows Kevin Durant. Awesome. Probably the best player in the league right now. Just younger than LeBron. LeBron's getting a little older. But KD's getting hurt, so who knows if he'll even want to play. Giannis is awesome. Yeah, I wish he would get that three down. Trae Young, beast, but he can't play defense at all, really. DeMar DeRozan, underrated. The West Conference team. So LeBron, Jokic, Andrew Wiggins, which I don't know how that happened over some other guys. Hey, good for him. Ja Morant, who, awesome. And Steph Curry. So just going out the starting five, it's tough. At work, they were getting on me because I picked LeBron's team to win. It's tough anytime with the All-Star game just because nobody's playing defense. LeBron seems like he's scoring out of his mind right now. Jokic, I think he is probably going to win another MVP, and he's the best center in the league to me. Wiggins is weird, but I like Ja Morant more. I like Ja Morant more than Trae Young. And Steph Curry, just nobody can really hang with him shooting. So yeah, I'm going with the West still. Cannot do a score prediction with basketball is because basketball is too crazy. And who knows? They'll probably be scoring almost 200 points each. Who knows? I look forward to seeing what the benches are. It says that's coming out February 3rd, I believe. At least the head coaches and the reserves. Okay. Yeah, so that'd be good. Basketball has been crazy so far. I always am weird. There's so many basketball games I don't really watch too much until it gets to towards the end of the season and it's crunch time. Just because same as baseball, guys are resting. There's always some people sitting out. And I just learned with LeBron and the Warriors, it's like some of these teams just don't care. All they want to do is just make the playoffs. But I'm pretty surprised. I'd love to see LeBron win at least one more ring, but right now the Lakers are sorry. So are the Trailblazers. Lakers are sitting at 9 right now. Suns are freaking good. They're number 1 seed, looks like. Somehow the Miami Heat's first. Yeah, basketball is just. I'll get more into that, I guess, as it goes, and if I decide to keep doing this. Yeah, man, there's a lot of sports. Sports are getting good. They NFL is almost done. It sucks. We're just gonna have to wait another year. We'll see what happens. Basketball will get good, especially come springtime once it gets into crunch time for the playoff run. Baseball, I got into baseball like a year ago and actually started paying attention. I like the Mariners. We'll see if that lockout continues. But it'll suck if it does because Mariners are nice. Coming up, I mean, they got some good players that they were going to call up this year, and I think they'll be probably making the playoffs, ending their playoff drought, which I think goes all the way back to 2001 somehow. I don't know how you can have a team and be that bad for 2 decades. I mean, every team's had a run in a slump, if not multiple times, in the last 20 years, and somehow the Mariners cannot seem to make the playoffs. I mean, I just don't get it. I wish we were so close this last year, came all the way down to the end. Somehow we couldn't do it, but they got better. They got a nice pitcher coming up that they signed, Robbie Ray, I think. And then they got some young pitchers who would probably call up this year too. But I guess that's it about sports. I guess we could talk about the UFC. The UFC is I'm a huge UFC fan. I watch normally almost every weekend UFC and boxing. The Francis Ngannou fight just happened, and with him versus Cyril Gane, and then uh, I'm forgetting his name. Figueiredo though, and I think it's Davison Figueiredo and Brandon Moreno fought as well. I could not believe. I mean, that Figueiredo fight just seems like they might fight forever. I thought Brandon Moreno would win, even though I think Figueiredo's more talented myself. He just seems like he's got issues making that weight, and I don't know. The last fight, really, I just couldn't believe how bad he looked. And Brandon Moreno is a dog. I mean, he's one of those inspirational guys because he could just keep going. Um, Figueiredo won though. A lot of people are calling it a robbery. I will bet they'll fight a fourth time. I mean, that was just they're good. They're exciting to watch. The good flyweights are awesome to watch because they always are just going. But no, what was crazy was that everybody was somehow Cyril Gane was favored over Francis Ngannou, which is just nuts to me. Francis Ngannou, he's awesome. I mean, he's once he beat Stipe that second time in the second fight. I mean, he looked so good. Cyril Gane, I'm just not. I mean, he's good. He's talented, really technical. But I mean, other than his Derek Lewis fight, he's always been kind of boring to me. I feel like he kind of plays it safe a lot. But I don't know. I don't know what everyone saw that he was favored. Um, but I guess I mean Ngannou looked good. One used his wrestling. Now him and Dana White are like beefing, and it'll suck if Ngannou leaves. Hopefully he doesn't have to sit for a year because him and Dana White have issues. I watch a lot of sports, or I keep up with a lot of sports. You can't tell. Um, that's it. I don't think the UFC's they're not fighting this week. There's no fights this week, but they will. I think they resume next weekend with a pretty good card. Boxing. Pretty excited for this year. Last year it kind of sucked. Just it seemed like a lot of fights got on hold because of coronavirus and everything. It sucks. But my favorite fighter, one of my favorite fighters, Tyson Fury. It looks like he's gonna be fighting Dylan White, which will be good. I'm excited. I'm always excited to watch Fury fight. I think he'll win that. Um, I think Fury's just too big for everybody, and his style is so much different. He's just if he stays dedicated and doesn't slack off or have issues, Tyson Fury could beat anybody. I think. I mean, I think would he beat the legends? Who knows? I mean, they all beat each other, but I mean, you can't ask for somebody size, reach, boxing IQ, technique, skill. He's got a funky style. I mean, if you were creating a boxer, you probably want to create a guy. I mean, he's a little big, but he's not chiseled like AJ. But I think he'll win that. Hopefully, AJ and Usyk fight. I really don't know who's gonna win that because AJ. I don't know. I thought he was. I mean, he's still very good, but I feel like he should have beat Usyk. AJ just seems like I don't know. Maybe he's kind of a bit of a head case at times. But Usyk looked good. I like Usyk. I don't know who I'd like to see Fury fight more. I think it'd be pretty cool if Usyk pulls it off. See him and Usyk unify the belts. They're both undefeated. It'd just be pretty nice to see two undefeated champs fight for the belts, and then have AJ fight him. But if AJ wins, him and Fury got to fight. That's been hyped up for freaking years. That's my biggest pet peeve with boxing is that just the politics in boxing. Promotions don't want to work together. The best fighters will fight B-level guys because they can't fight the best guys because the best guys are in the other division holding the belts. I hate it. So I'm glad Bud Crawford's leaving. Hopefully he can go fight Earl Spence finally. Um, Canelo does it right. He's like a free agent. He can fight with whoever he wants, whoever wants to pay, and who's not going to pay to have Canelo fight and promote him. So hopefully boxing keeps getting better. I mean, there's some good fights, you know. I wonder what's going to happen with Teofimo and Kambosos. If they're going to fight again, or if Lomachenko's going to get another shot. I think Lomachenko beats both. I think that Teofimo one was a one-off. When he lost to him, it just seemed like he didn't trust his body, or he was respecting Teo's power too much. But I mean, he just came back too strong in the end. So yeah, that's boxing talk. Guess we go on to like books and stuff. So I've been reading. Um, so I read in high school, and then I stopped, and then I read, then I left home and didn't read for a bit. Picked up some books, read. Then I stopped for probably. I think the last time I'd read was like 2017. I don't think I started reading again till like spring of 2020 when coronavirus started. Cause we were like teleworking, and there was couldn't go into work, so was just home 4 days a week, working 1 day a week. I just had time, and then a new guy came into my office. I like fantasy books, sci-fi or horror. I'll read that. A lot of fiction. I like to do my own research with like nonfiction stuff. I like to just read about that stuff on the web. Not that I'm opposed to reading any nonfiction, but no, he got me into The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson, and I read those are huge, like 1,000-page books. I read all three of them. Probably had to have been close to a month. I mean, I had nothing to do, and there's no new games coming out, no movies to go watch. Um, Even shows seemed like they were being put on hold back then. But yeah, no, I devoured that. Then I read King Killer Chronicles. It's good, but I don't know. It's just that second book was not to me, and it doesn't seem like the third one's ever going to come out. But yeah, since then, so that was what? That was like spring 2020. I think I've read probably 20 fantasy books in the last. It's got to be close. I read all of Wheel of Time. Um, I'm in the process of reading First Law books, all that. Um, I like reading books. I don't know. It's fantasy books are good if they're written good, and then these books now are good. I mean, they're adult, uh, well written, action, well written characters. Everything's awesome. Um, I'm in the middle of reading the Malazan Book of the Fallen. Some people on YouTube who I like that review books, recommend books. Started that. Seems like a lot of people are reading it right now. And that is good, but it's so dense. It's probably the most dense, hard to read book. It's not that it's hard to read, it's just, the word count is so high, and he writes everything so tight that it's just insane. I mean, sometimes to read one page takes me like 2, 3 minutes because you can't miss stuff because there's so much. He doesn't hold your hand at all. I mean, in the first book, apparently everybody always quits in the first book a lot. I mean, you're just thrown into it. Most fantasy books, they'll like start off a little slow and they'll kind of do like exposition and stuff. That one, you literally are dropped in, characters, conflict, and no holding your hand. I mean, he's just using words you don't know, and you don't even find out what the word is for 200 pages, if that. And you still, like, some stuff in the first book is talked about, and you still don't really understand it. And I just finished the sixth book. So I've been reading a book a month. I just finished the sixth one. None of them have been bad to me. Some of them have been slow, but apparently, like the sixth one I just read, The Bone Hunters, apparently that is a lot of people's favorite, and it was good. But I felt like it probably went on like 200 pages long. It seemed like he fit two stories into one, where he could have probably just ended it as a shorter book and then did another short book. But it was good. I mean, all of them are good. I don't know when I'm gonna read the seventh. I'm reading another book right now, just as like I have to take a break and read a book in between. Um, I would say I probably read a book every week to 2 weeks. They're all big fantasy books. I can read smaller books, like 200 pages, within a day or two if it's good. Um, Yeah, so Amazon Book of the Fallen, it's good. It's just I get why everyone always warns people. I'm reading right now, taking a little break from the first law books. I read the first trilogy and the fourth and the first standalone for those. But right now I'm reading John Gwynne, the Malice book. A lot of people have recommended that. It's pretty good so far, but right now I'm in the process of moving an hour away, and I today was the last day at my current job, so I have about 2 weeks until my next job, my new job starts. So I haven't been reading a lot, been a lot of stress, moving, getting everything situated, leaving my old job. Like right now, I'm in my old place, and it is a mess. Yesterday, I spent a good amount of time uh, moving, probably about 5 hours, mainly because it's an hour drive there. But got all my big stuff, but now I'm probably going to be taking like 4 or 5 carloads, so it's a lot of driving. I already did one today, and then I'm going to do another tonight. But yeah, I'm reading Malice. It's good so far. A lot of people have hyped this up. They say it's really good, and it's 4 book. It's like a 4 book story, and then like a 3 book, and then he's in his third trilogy, which I like. Apparently, he writes the book, and then he does like sequel trilogies with new characters. I don't know. I like that because it's just interesting to me whenever you read like a story, and huge stuff happens, and you're always like, I wonder what happened. Seems like that's what's going to happen. I just have not found the time to get too into it. I'm only like 100 pages in. It's like 600 pages, but I'm liking it so far. I just finished the Wayward Pines trilogy. Um, that was good. I really liked it. That's Blake Crouch. I'm gonna read his books. He's like, I don't know. That was like a weird one. It was like sci-fi, some romance, some suspense, mystery. It was good though. And I like the way he wrote. Some people don't like it, but to me, I'm not very picky on artist prose and stuff. I'm just give me a good story, give me some good characters, and I'll read it. So yeah, I'm reading this, and then I'm probably gonna read the Malazan book next. Those take me. I have to dedicate time to that. I literally have to read for like 2 hours at night, like 10 days a week, for like or 10 days straight to get through one of those books. It's tough, and then you have to take a break and either just watch some shows, read a different book. Um, but I'm looking forward to it. They say this next book's kind of slow, so hopefully it's not too bad. I don't know why my phone's going off. I silenced it. But yes, I guess that's it about books. I guess I'll talk about some games. I got the PS5. I almost could have just waited because I have a PS4 and I don't know. It's not it wasn't so needed, I guess, that I had to get the PS5 just because so many games got canceled. The only one was like Cyberpunk, and that was a flop to me. Just too many bugs. I'm talking, I would play it right when I'm getting into it. I don't play games as much as I used to. I work, and then I was going to school, finished that, but I would probably play maybe 1 to 2 hours at night or something. You get time, but I don't really play for 5 hours straight anymore like I was when I was younger. But I'd get right into it, hour playing, having fun. It, uh, it would crash, and nothing turns me off a game. At least wanting to play at that time like that because it just pisses me off. So yeah, Cyberpunk wasn't it? I don't know. But I like to play RPGs or even like the Japanese RPG games. I like to play that stuff. So I picked up Yakuza Like a Dragon, and that was really good. I love Final Fantasy. I like playing that stuff. I played almost all of them, but the first 3. Yakuza Like a Dragon is good. I like that. I guess it's more adult, but it's campy, and they don't take themselves seriously. Pretty long game. I did beat it. Um, I never played any of the Yakuza games, so I looked up online. Like apparently there's 7 other ones, or I think 7 that they've come out prior to that. So I saw people recommend. Everyone says it's great. It's different. The Like a Dragon was like turn-based, like actual Japanese RPG. The other ones, it's like the same style of run around mini games, but you're like it's kind of like a beat 'em up game. So I played Lost Judgment, which was like it's like a, it's the same style, but it's a spin-off that came out in like 2018. I really enjoyed it. It took me a minute to get into it, but I really enjoyed it. And they have a sequel. I'm gonna eventually work my way to that. But now I'm playing Yakuza Zero, which is a prequel to I guess everything. I'm liking it as well. Have not gotten to play it as much because at the same time, as soon as I started playing it, started having to find a place. I was looking for a job, got a job. Now I'm moving, doing everything. Just haven't had the time to really sit down like that. Same with TV. I've been slowly watching shows, but no, Yakuza Zero is good. I'm gonna play through that whole series. It's fun. Maybe I'll take a little break because next month, well, pretty much like 2 weeks away, I think Elden Ring comes out, and I'm hyped to play that. I played all of the FromSoft games except for I need to play Demon Souls, which is on the PS5. I just haven't played that yet. I'm going to. Played all of them, all the Dark Souls, Bloodborne, even Sekiro, which I never finished because I don't know, I just couldn't get into that playstyle. But got like halfway and then I just got pissed, getting my ass kicked. But yeah, I'm hyped for Elden Ring. It looks to me, it looks. They're saying it's not, but it looks a lot like Dark Souls, just I guess revamped. Which I'm excited for. And then after that, Horizon Forbidden West. I'm hyped for that. I played the first one on my PS4 when it first came out. Just didn't even know it was going to be good. I think it. Can't remember if it came with. No, it didn't come with the PS4. No, I just got it. I think. So I saw it, and that was just awesome. I just replayed it like probably 3 months ago, 4 months ago. Good game, and I'm hyped for the next one. I think this year is going to be pretty good with games, especially for the PlayStation. I mean, games are coming out for God of War. I cannot wait for God of War. Uh, I need to get a. I think I'm gonna get a PC. I don't know if I'm just gonna buy a pre-built one when I get the money or have the time, or if I'll just build one slowly over a couple months. Because I got some buddies who bought some and they spent like $3,000. I'm not spending $3,000 on a computer. I could do 600, 700, and then I'll be biting the bullet to do that because I don't like to spend that kind of money on video games. But I think I'm gonna because some of my favorite gaming franchises Microsoft seems to be buying. So I don't think I need to buy I think it's the Xbox Series X or whatever. I don't think I need to buy that just for those exclusive. I'll just get a PC and I can play stuff on Steam or whatever. Yeah, so it's windy out. There's a big winter storm right now on the East Coast. That it was snowing probably about the last 2 hours. But yeah, so games. I mean, I think this is gonna be a good year. Playing Yakuza, probably gonna play a lot of that because I'm gonna have literally 2 weeks to move and chill till my next job. Uh, so I'll just be in the new house. I gotta get everything done where I'm at next couple days, cleaning. TV. I've watched Wheel of Time. I read the book because I heard it was good, and I knew the show was coming out. Read all 14 books. Took me a year, but I watched the show. I honestly wasn't that into it. I don't know if it was just I couldn't focus on it, but like Game of Thrones is probably one of my favorite ever TV shows. I'm sure it is for everybody or most people. I just couldn't fully get into Wheel of Time. I don't know. Especially they did change certain things that I didn't like. Oh well. But The Witcher was awesome. I loved both Witcher seasons so far. I think Henry Cavill's awesome. So I just finished that not long ago. I'm watching Cobra Kai. I know it's corny, but I love it for some reason. It's funny. It's literally Karate Kid 20 years or 30 years later or whatever. It's good. Cobra Kai is awesome. Very campy, very corny. Good. I recommend anybody who liked the Karate Kid movies to watch it. Yes, TV. I guess covered quite a bit. I'm probably gonna cut it short in here in just a second. This is my first podcast, if you want to call it that. It's me talking by myself. If I can get buddies to come on, I will. Who knows if I'm ever able to. If anybody even watches it, I'm not holding hopes. But if anyone watches it, depending on how people like it, I'll keep going. Nothing's set in stone for what I'm going to do, but it seems like I'm just going to talk about whatever I feel like talking about. So yeah, this is it. I was pretty nervous. I don't know, you probably could tell. I know I'll get more comfortable. I know I'll fix stuff. If people like it, people want to listen to me for whatever reason, it'll get better. If I've been thinking about what I would do if I can get to where I can get like 100 viewers, which that shows. I think that shows how little views I think I'm gonna get. If I could get to that, probably like maybe a little consistently, I will get a better camera. I don't know, but like I said, if I do this like 3 or 4 times, 10 times, and I'm not getting anything, uh, I'm probably not gonna keep doing this. But I've been wanting to do it for a while. I was a huge Joe Rogan podcast fan. I watch a lot of YouTube, Pat McAfee show, all that stuff. Um, so I love talking sports. At work, we get together, trash talk each other, and I mean, we just talk. I can talk and debate about anything. Um, so if you watch this and you feel like leaving a comment and you liked it, let me know what you think. Toss a recommendation out as long as you're not being an asshole. I'll read them. I'll check them out. And I'm open to anything. The podcast name right now is Conversations with Colton. Uh, I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but um, we'll see what happens with the name. It might change, it might not. But for now, thank you.